girls. So, free holiday coaching video number 3 is all about one thing, one essential, non-negotiable strategy that you have to have in order to keep your nutrition on track. And it's not perfection. It is not willpower. It is not anything but this. Are you ready? It is your routine. So let me tell you a story. Christmas party at my house for all of my local Simple Steps clients. I have clients from Iowa to Georgia, the West Coast, all over. But there are quite a few that are willing to drive several hours, and there's some that live local. And every year I have a Christmas party with the few that can make it. And we all sit around after we've eaten and just talk about what we're doing on this health journey together. And one of my biggest losers, Candy Kaiser, actually, that's her old name. I've known her for 30 years. She's now got a married name that I can't even think of. But Candy has lost, with me on Simple Steps, she lost 40 pounds. And on her own, she continued to lose 15 more. So she's at a total of 55 pounds lost. And I asked Candy to share with the other girls, because there were some girls at my house that were newer to the program. What is your secret to not gaining all the weight back? What is your secret to continuing to lose and then to maintain it when you don't feel like focusing on losing, because she travels and she does all these vacations and she has a very heavy responsibility at work that also requires travel. And it was surprising to me. I don't know why, but it was a great reminder to me as the coach, and then really a surprise for a lot of the new girls in the room, what she said. And she said to me, it's not just the nutrition, it is the routine. She called it her checklist. And I said, Candy, tell us what you mean by your checklist. And she said, the routine stuff that we did in Simple Steps when she was still currently actively being coached by me. And so this is what I'm giving you today. So if you are somebody that feels like, okay, I've got my nutrition pretty dialed in, but for some reason I keep sabotaging myself, or for some reason I can't seem to just keep the momentum going, this is going to help you. Are you ready? So the first thing that I want you to do is this, and is your actual daily schedule. But I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to start with your evening routine. So when you, because there is a morning, an afternoon, and an evening, but the evening routine is what sets you up for success the next day. So let's start there. Let's say you've had an active day running errands or watching the kids or the grandkids or at work or whatever it is, and you're finally dialed down, ready to end your day. The first thing I want you to make sure that you have in place is, are you set up to sleep well? Are your sheets 100 years old? Replace them. Is your pillow, flat as a pancake? Go buy a new $12 pillow. You're going to be okay. Is your room dark enough and cool enough? Are your pajamas from 5th grade, or can you go buy a pair that's actually not falling apart or itchy, right? So set yourself up for success with your actual sleeping routine. No screens, no stimulants, just get yourself dialed down. And then comes your evening, what Candy would call her checklist. Am I set up tomorrow for success? What does that mean? Okay, do I have some healthy food to choose from for my day tomorrow? Right? Number 2, am I set up with my actual meal schedule? Am I aware enough, or do I need to set an alarm in my phone to eat every 3 to 4 hours like it's your job, right? Because that keeps your insulin level stable. So look in the evening, what can I do tomorrow to make sure I'm set up for success, right? And if you are not, make a grocery list and get up and get her done. It's okay. But just make sure that you know, okay, I know what I'm eating tomorrow. I know how often I have to eat. My water bottle is set up and ready to roll first thing in the morning, etc. What's my movement plan for tomorrow? Can I get up and squeeze in a 15-minute walk? So that's the first thing before you're totally dialed down. And then what I have my girls do is look again, okay, what succeeded today? What did I nail today that felt so good? And look hard and give yourself some atta girls for that, right? And look at a way to repeat that. Did you stay hydrated today? How did you do it? Did you add one more bottle of water at lunchtime? So what went right and what went wrong? So your evening routine is, what does tomorrow look like and how can I make it successful? What went right today and what can I work on? That's the third one. What did I I don't want to say fail, because you're not failing, you're learning. But what can I do better at tomorrow? And then make a plan for that. So that whole evening routine that they do, some of them love it and they take an hour to do it. You can actually get it done pretty quickly in a matter of minutes once you get the hang of it. Now, so you've done your evening routine, you sleep well all night long. Some girls are like, yeah, right. But let's say you get your 8 hours of sleep, you wake up ready to roll. Your morning routine is just as important, because listen to me, it starts here and here in the morning. I've always said very openly, don't talk to me. It's me and Jesus and coffee for an hour and a half in the morning. Don't bug me. And so that's the thing, is you need a morning routine where you don't hit the floor running and shower and brush your teeth and get in the car and blah, blah, blah. No, set your alarm for an hour earlier if you have to get yourself centered. And it's this: what are my priorities today? What are my priorities? 1, 2, and 3. What do I have to get done? Number 2 is, needs to be a real look at, okay, who am I today? Focus yourself on your spirit. That's me and my Bible and Jesus. It can be something totally different for you, but really look at, okay, here are my priorities and here's who I am. This is what I'm doing. And really get yourself here before you get yourself out there. That's so important. Your mental, spiritual, emotional grounding has to happen first thing in the morning. And then if you want to, there's a third thing that some of my girls love. Some of them are like, no, thank you. And it's totally their choice, is a morning affirmation. And what that looks like, if you're a Christian, it can be your scripture for the day. If you're in some other place in your life, it can be a positive affirmation about who you are. I am on a health journey and I'm going to nail my habits today. Or I can do this. Or at one point in my life when things were not good, but I was determined to make them better with help, mine was one way or the other, I'm getting out of here. And so find your 3 things in the, look at your 3 checklists in the morning and just make sure you're grounded spiritually, emotionally, mentally. You know what you're doing today and your priorities. And then the third thing is, if you want to have an affirmation out loud, science proves that it works for your brain. And then you get on with your day, nice shower, get yourself cleaned up, get your, whatever your day looks like. But listen to me. And this is one of the things that Candy said was most important, is the afternoon, what we call in simple steps, the afternoon check-in. And that looks like this. It's lunchtime. And here's some of what was on Candy's checklist. Am I hydrated? Because what she was saying, and what is so true for all my clients that live this, and for myself, it's, I'm probably hydrated enough. I'm good. Or am I hydrated? Okay, it's lunchtime. Let me take a break. How much water have I had today? Or here's another one on your checklist for mid-afternoon check-in. How often have I eaten and how much? Do I know what I'm doing with my eating plan, and am I executing that? It's okay if you're not, just get right back on the rails. And then the third thing is, where am I at in my priority list that I made 4 hours ago this morning? So the afternoon check-in literally just takes moments, but it takes you, so in the morning you start here. This is who I am. This is what my goals are today. And then you go hit the fan. You're doing what you do best. Come back home here. Come back home to yourself and say, all right, Patty, all right, girl, where are we? Am I hydrated? Am I starving? What's my movement plan after work, or did I already get it done before work? Can I move a little bit at lunch today? So that's the afternoon check-in. So, and then dive straight back into your day knowing, okay, I've got to drink and eat more, or, ooh, I'm good, I'm on track. And then evening shows up. So what this does, girls, as a power tool for you is it puts you in control, not your day. You're not like willy-nilly just trying to get crap done. You know what has to be done, and you're the one in control of how and when it gets done. Now, how does that, your morning, afternoon, and evening routine affect your nutrition? One of the things that we live, and all the girls agreed with Candy when she said this, and I live it, and it's this experience of when you do not have a routine in place, your nutrition, tell me I'm wrong, is the first thing to go. It's that simple. I had a client yesterday who's already lost 30 pounds with me, and she's still on program losing more. But she said, literally, I helped a friend move yesterday and I forgot to eat. So that's just a perfect example of when we get super busy and we put whatever it is as the priority, as opposed to taking 30 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it is in the morning to say, okay, what am I doing today? And then your nutrition, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, we are women. We can eat later. There ain't a man in the world that can go hungry, but we actually are pretty darn good at just getting what needs to be done. And our self-care, even down to actual food, gets put to the bottom of the list. So when you have your morning, afternoon, and evening routine in place, your nutrition stays in place because it's part of your plan. In the morning, you know what you're eating for the day. In the afternoon, you're checking in to see, have I eaten that today? And in the evening, you're saying, okay, this is my plan for tomorrow. And with my girls, while they're on program, the night before, they are roughly logging what they think they're going to eat tomorrow so that they're not just, again, flying by the seat of their pants hoping, well, I think I'll eat, I think I just ate this much food. No, the night before she thought she was going to have, a chicken breast sandwich for lunch. She put it in, and then she can go back and change it. So when your routine's in place, girl, your nutrition is in place. So so that's the one thing. So when I talk about one thing that can keep your nutrition on track, it's your routine. Do not negotiate your routine if you want to stay on track during the holidays. Now, here's some other little variables that I want to add. Maybe there's just one here but take it or leave it. But weighing every single day of your life, in your birthday suit in the morning, is an essential tool. And I've said that. If you've been with me a long time, you've heard me say that a million times. But what that does is keep you on track nutritionally. And it also empowers you with the knowledge of, okay, this is how my body responds to fill in the blank. Chinese food, clean food, sugar, whatever it is. And then you don't freak out every time the scale goes up because you know why, and you know what to do to fix it, right? So weighing every single day is another tool to stay on track nutritionally, because listen, your body weight, that number can go up and down 2 to 3 pounds depending on how much sodium and what your hormones are doing and what your sugar did yesterday, all these things. But once that number starts creeping up to 3 pounds, 4 pounds more, you're headed in the right direction. And if you don't weigh, you don't know. You're just eating the way you've always eaten, and now you're 6 pounds heavier. What happened? You didn't weigh yourself, so you didn't know. So my encouragement as part of your morning routine in the way of just getting ready for your day after you've done your priorities and your gratitude and all of those things, is to go get on the scale. Do it beforehand even, so that okay, today I can't have cookies in the office break room today. I did that yesterday. I'm up a few pounds. I need to just chill the heck out because I have a party this weekend, right? So there you have it. Your one thing is totally, oh, don't you love this? Listen to me. Your one thing is totally in your control. You have the power. So if you want to lose weight during the holidays, you absolutely can. I have 25 clients right now losing weight during the holidays. Or at the very least, they are maintaining by choice. I'm just going to hold steady right here until we kick it back in 10 days from now or whatever the decision is. But listen to me, you do not, girl, have to gain a bunch of weight and fret about, this happens every year and I don't know no, all that goes out the window with a very simple applying of what I'm telling you to do right now, and that is your routine. Now, I hope that's helpful. It works. It works. If you do it, it works. If you have questions, let me know and I can help you tweak your routine. And then the other thing I'm going to tell you is I am putting all of what I just said into an email that will go out tomorrow, which is Friday, so that you can start to practice this routine. And listen, this isn't just for the holidays. This is how I live my life and have for decades. This is how my clients live their lives, and it's why they're so successful. So this is a tool for your toolkit that you can start using now during the holidays and keep going the rest of your life. It's fantastic and it's simple, and it will make you feel centered, settled, in control, not freaking out or binging or restricting or any of the craziness. It takes the craziness away. So if you want this in an email and you are not on my email list, DM me your email, or you can drop it right below this video and I'll shoot it right over to you. I do not do sales in email. I only do free coaching because I love you and I want you to stay on track for the rest of your life. So I'll have a happy, fun holiday weekend, and let me know if you need anything, and I'll see you next video.